Hello, this is Thomas Ellenberg talking to you again from beautiful downtown Waikiki, Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm sitting out here on a warm evening on July 6th, 2008. It is absolutely perfection. It's as if God turned the thermostat to exactly perfect, which I guess is why they call it paradise here. It is really, really a beautiful, beautiful evening here tonight. And I would like to talk a little bit about this video on the importance, scientifically, of focus and attention. When I first heard Abraham talk about holding a thought for 17 seconds, I thought, well, 17 seconds isn't really very long. But when I began to try it out, try actually doing it, I realized that I was about as ADD as anybody could possibly be. And then I began to do some reading and research about the entire idea of focus and attention. And I realized that it was at the crux of quantum theory's breakthrough discoveries recently, that consciousness focused creates or coagulates form out of the quantum field. That it is our focus, our attentive focus that creates. Now, what I learned as a teacher, and what became very obvious to me as a teacher, and has become extremely obvious to me the more I awaken, is that the way we are bombarded now with sights and sounds, but especially electronically induced sounds, like the very unnecessary siren right down the street, the ways that we are constantly being bombarded by electronic sounds actually makes us all, in a way, kind of ADD, because our attention is being pulled from our focus. But it didn't just happen now. In my book, Uncle Tom's Classroom, I talk about how I originally discovered the process by which our focus and our attention is first stolen from us by our original teachers. God bless them. Many of them had really good hearts. But what you do in a school setting, which begins the whole process of teaching us to become ADD, so it becomes virtually impossible for most of us to hold a thought for 17 seconds, let alone 68 seconds, which we need for deliberate creation. All of that process of being taught to be ADD started basically in school. Before school, when we were allowed to remain in the magical mystery realm of childhood, we played in the garden, we played in our bedroom, and we played make-believe. We were actually focusing. We were actually creating our own focus, creating our own attention, following our bliss, and we were following those inner guidance, our inner guidance system, actually, towards what we believed we wanted to manifest when we grew up. And we would play make-believe and things like that, and we would focus. Once we got into school, our focus, our consciousness, our attention was stolen from us forcibly by those in authority, and we were told, do not focus on what is your bliss. Focus on what we tell you to focus on. And if you don't focus on what we tell you to focus on, you will be punished. You will be humiliated, possibly hit, You certainly will be ostracized, possibly exiled, made fun of, and your life will generally be made miserable if you do not turn over the power of your focus to the authorities, basically to the state. Which is why I loved the way Shirley MacLaine explained the title of my book, Uncle Tom's Classroom, because she got it right away in our radio interview of March 30th, where she said, "I see why you chose Uncle Tom's Classroom as the title, because you are chiding our entire culture about the enslavement of our thinking, our consciousness, our focus by these influences, these overwhelmingly powerful influences through the media, through education, and through just the general polluted morass of electromagnetic junk that is going around and around us and through us all of the time." So I find it extremely valuable to listen and study and try to follow the teachings of Abraham around this very in alignment concept, this quantum physics concept, that the length of one's focus will manifest the form that much more quicker. So if you can focus on a dream for 17 seconds, that's great. If you can focus for longer than that, it's even better, because I have seen in my own life, when I am able to focus, when I'm able to turn off the morass, when I'm able to turn off the hurricane and the whirlwind of everything that wants my attention, and I'm able to focus in my frontal lobe, that's the holodeck of imagination. Quantum physicists now know that when we plant an image in the third eye, in the frontal lobe, and we're able to focus on it for, like what Abraham says, 17 seconds and then 68 seconds, that eventually the neural nets in the mind and the inner mind self accepts that image, that dream, as real. And once it accepts it as real, we are able to step from our now place to the image. And we literally walk into our own dream. We're able to walk into the dream. But the missing link, as Abraham is reminding us in this video, the missing link, and one of the most important steps, which we absolutely need to learn as poor focusers, is to take time out each and every day, and especially as we're going to sleep, and focus on how much we love our dreams, how much fun it is going to be to live our dreams, how much joy we are going to be able to share with the world as we live our dreams, how incredibly happy our manifested dreams will not only cause us to feel, but all those around us. And so we will be doing actually what we're supposed to be doing here, which is bringing heaven to earth, uplifting our entire society into a happier way of life. Of course, the way is to manifest our highest and best dreams. And the way to do that is to recapture our focus. And the way to recapture our focus is to take back control of our attention and not allow the outside world to dominate our thoughts and our thinking any longer. We are, as I used to tell my students, the kings and queens of our own minds. And when we learn to command that kingdom and to focus on our dreams with love and joy, we will find those dreams becoming our virtual reality. And we get to live as I am right now in my dream, here. I'm living this dream here in Honolulu, Hawaii.